Harmonix has been working on music games since about 2001. We made a bunch of different kinds, but it wasn't until we made Guitar Hero a couple years ago where we realized that that was like the kind of game we wanted to play and the kind of game that people really, obviously out in the world, wanted to play. So once that took off and was a success, it was pretty obvious that like the next step was to do the whole band. Like we've always wanted to make a drumming game, and so it was the perfect opportunity to figure out drum gameplay and build a drum controller, and then it all kind of came together. So we have roles for drummer, guitar, bassist, and vocalist.
This is my make and done. This is what
Basically, like Rock Band has pretty much 4 games in one. You can just play just a solo guitar game and work your way through 40 songs, you know, in a little tour. You can do the same thing for drums or vocals. But then, like, the real crown jewels of the game is when everything comes together in the band game, where it's a full collaborative band game where you can play it like at home, just like locally, or online, where any player can be either like, you know, in your living room or halfway across the country. That we give you like a really good toolkit to build your bands. Like you can make your own logo, you can, there's a deep character creator where you can like set your gender and, you know, sort of body style, and like there's a huge wardrobe of rock clothes from different genres, like there's like goth clothes and metal clothes and punk clothes and so forth. So you can basically build a virtual band, you know, and just take it out on the road. You can cover like cities all over the world in different kinds of clubs. It really feels like you're playing music. You know, it's really this like musical experience. You band together with other people, you know, and rock. And because most of the people in Harmonix have been in bands, either used to be in bands or in bands now. There's like, you know, a dozen bands in Harmonix right now. And so, you know, we have a lot of experience with what that feeling is, and we've been trying really hard to capture it in the game, and we really feel like we've succeeded. Like it really feels like you're playing live music. The selection process is pretty much mostly a few of us sitting in a room arguing about what rock music we like the best. You know, so we try to do a mixture of things that like different people will like. Like we want to do from different eras and different styles and so forth. But there's definitely an element of like, okay, what do we think is cool and what do we think is not cool, that kind of steers it in the direction we want it to go, because we're really making the game that we want to play. Since we became part of MTV, like with like all their muscle in the music industry, we've had access to like all the major labels, like original masters from tons of bands that we could never touch in the old days. So things like Nirvana and The Who, we actually can get the original masters for the game, which is just an amazing experience to like be able to work with that actual original material. To me, it's all about that feeling of being on stage where, like, you know, 4 or 5 people kind of fuse together into one massive energy and it just like, you know, just crush the audience with power. When, you know, having that feeling in real life is just an amazing feeling to have. And it's the kind of thing that's not really available to a lot of people because it's hard to be in a band, it's expensive, and it takes a lot of time and commitment. And to be able to give, like, lots of people from all kind of walks of life the ability to have that feeling, I think, is very special and important to us. We're very excited to be part of it. So yeah, Rock Band's going to be out for Christmas 2007 on the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360, and it's going to rock your face off.